This plant is Hydrangea paniculata Pinky Winky, and this is one I just discovered last year. I've looked into it a little bit, and this is one of my new favorite plants. It's the flower is just amazing. Now what you're looking at is let's see, it's late August and we're in Northern California, warm inland valley. And what's interesting about this, well, for starters, the flowers are just really nice. Look at that coloration. It's a soft salmony pink and then white. You see the white tips on the end there. So what's interesting, and by the way, these are not the true flower. All these little white guys there, that's the real flower. Like most hydrangeas, these are just panicles and they're there for show, but they don't do what a normal flower does for a plant. Nonetheless, most of us don't care much about that. This is about the look of these, the entire package. And so what's interesting about this flower is they come out white, and then as they age, and by the way, here's a young one, so see how white it is? Then as they age, all of a sudden they start turning this pink color that you see here. And this happened almost overnight on my plants. They were white and I was thinking, wow, when are they going to turn pink? And I came out the next day and they were half pink, and then the day following that they were almost entirely pink. So real interesting in terms of how they evolve compared to most flowers that you see. The other thing is you'll see with the paniculata family, Hydrangea paniculata, they have a very different leaf than the macrophyllus, which most of us are familiar with. They're much smaller, they're not as glossy, and they also can handle more sun because of their different makeup. So these can handle a lot more light, I find, than the Hydrangea macrophyllus, and because of that, it just gives you more flexibility in how to use those in a design. I had to put this where I had room for it in my landscape, which is behind my pool here. And so let me talk to you about design size. I believe these are listed to get about 6 to 8 feet tall and 5 to 6 feet wide. And I got this as a larger plant. It's already 4 feet wide by about 3.5 feet tall in one season. And I have seen larger ones, but not too many. I saw them in photographs. This is such a new plant, at least in our area, that I don't have any in the landscape that I've even seen besides my own. I would say this is kind of medium or average garden water. I wouldn't call this drought resistance by any means, and I'm not sure on deer resistance. Some hydrangeas are deer resistant, but I just don't know, and I don't want to lead you down the wrong road on that one. And I'd also say that sun or shade, if you're in a coastal area, you could put this in full sun for sure. I'm in a hot inland valley, and I had this sitting in quite a bit of sun for a while, handled it okay, but I'm sure it's going to prefer protection from the hottest part of the day in the afternoon. And that's what I can tell you. By the way, this is a deciduous shrub, much like all the other hydrangeas you're familiar with. That's Hydrangea paniculata Pinky Winky.